So, hello everyone. Today we are going to study the money and banking, which is important part of our banking sector, which is important in your UPSC examination. So, in this we will cover these points where you can see money and types, bank functions, RBI banking structure, lending rate regimes, the non-performing assets, NPAs, and the differentiated banks. So these points we will be able to cover. Now, first of all, it is important to know what is money. So basically, medium money हमारा क्या है? That is the medium of exchange. मनी आपका बेसिकली मीडियम ऑफ एक्सचेंज है that you get the service and in return you pay money. So it is a medium of exchange. And if you say about money, we have different types of money. Like there is commodity money. You can use the commodity as a money. As earlier you have seen the barter system. With the exchange of goods, commodity, you are able to get the required commodity. In commodity money, the value of money is dependent on the intrinsic value. तो आप देखोगे कमोडिटी वैल्यू जो है, इसकी जो इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू जो वर्थ है हमारे गुड की, वो उस पर डिपेंड कर दिया है कमोडिटी मनी. And this is also closely related to barter system. And if you say about the examples, we have the gold coins as a commodity money, spices, breads. So this is a commodity money examples. Another one we have fiat money. What is fiat money? Fiat money is a legally backed money. It has no intrinsic value. It is like a piece of paper, but it is legally backed by the government or by the issuer. It has high liquidity. What liquidity means? It can be easily can be transacted. And if you see, examples are bills, coins. So this is the fiat money, the currency notes, the coins, Indian coins, currency notes. These type of money, medium of exchange, are called fiat money. Now we move to next, and then we have the fiduciary money. The money which are not legal or which are not declared legal tender by the government. What is legal tender? That is having a support legally backed by the issuer. Now in fiduciary, the value depends on the confidence shown by the acceptor. जो एक एक्सेप्टर है, उस मनी को कौन एक्सेप्ट कर रहा है उसके ऊपर डिपेंड करता है, और जो इशूअर प्रॉमिस कर रहा है, उन दोनों के बीच का जो ट्रांजैक्शन है उनके कॉन्फिडेंस के ऊपर बेस्ड है. एंड वी हैव एग्जांपल्स लाइक चेक्स एंड ड्राफ्ट्स. सो these are not legally tender by the government. They are the example of fiduciary money. Now moving to the next, we have the commercial money. So what is the commercial money? Before this, have a concept about what is fractional reserve system. अब ये fractional reserve system क्या है? बेसिकली जो हमारे बैंक हैं, they cannot lend all the money which they have. They have to deposit or collect some, they have to keep some part of their deposits. Whatever they are collecting, they have to keep part of deposits, and the rest they can use for lending purpose. So this is the fractional reserve system, जिसमें कुछ पोर्शन अपना डिपॉजिट्स का बैंक को अपने पास रखना पड़ता है, बाकी जो है उन्हें अपना वो लैंडिंग पर्पस के लिए यूज़ कर सकते हैं। आइए अपना कॉन्सेप्ट देते कमर्शियल बैंक मनी। व्हाट इज़ कमर्शियल बैंक मनी? दिस इज़ द मनी created by the banks under fractional reserve system, is a debt generated by the banks which can be exchanged for money. Now the banks have deposits, the banks have fractional reserve system, banks earn interest on the loans they have taken. So these are the bank's commercial money. Now have an example. Now have an example of the banking sector. Suppose there is a company having 100 rupees. They deposit that 100 rupees in the bank, and the bank keeps some part of that deposit with themselves, that is 10 rupees. Now the remained money is 90 rupees. So now the bank can provide the remained 90 rupees as a loan to the another company. Let's suppose company B, and the same again. Now the company B will have 90 rupees. Okay, then company B in the second step deposit that 90 to the bank, and again bank reserves some part of money, here 9 rupees, and the remaining, that is 81 rupees, the bank can use for lending purpose. Now that 81 can be provided to the another company, here company D. So here company D. In next step, the company D with 81 rupees deposits with the bank, and again bank reserve some part of that with themselves, and with the remaining 72.91 provides lending to other. So this is the way how the banking or the banks perform their activities. In next step, in tomorrow's lecture, we will be going to understand what is the banking structure, about what are the scheduled banks, non-scheduled banks, commercial banks, public sector banks, private sector banks, corporate, small finance banks, private banks, and regional rural banks. So it's enough for today's class. We will again rejoin tomorrow's session. Thank you.